We have some stuff from Vast Fabrication that is going to help us go fast. If you guys are anything like me, you like drag racing, you like getting your little draggy out and doing numbers and seeing how fast your truck can go. If you enjoy doing that, you're gonna need this modification right here that I'm gonna show you in this video. So if you're not into that, just go ahead and click off this video. Just kidding. You're gonna wanna stay and watch this video because we're gonna be looking at the Vast Fabrication traction bars. You guys might be confused why I have two engine blocks here, two 3.5 EcoBoost blocks. Let me show you why I have two. So this block just came today. I just looked it over, everything looks good. But when I looked over this block, the original one that you guys saw in the video, you guys see that crack right there. And it's on the bottom too. Right there, that crack. This end piece here got dropped. You can see it's kind of dinged up. So it got dropped off the truck or something, or somewhere in shipping probably, got dropped and cracked. So I just looked over this one, over the whole bottom half to make sure that it's not cracked, and it's not. So if any of you guys want a 3.5 EcoBoost block for really cheap, let me know, because it has a crack in it. I did email Jeff Morgano at Cylinder Support System, and he told me that it was fixable, but he said that it could be expensive. Like, he said anywhere from like $250 to $500, depends, because he said he might have to do a mainline hone, stuff like that. So I want to do a huge shout out to Vast Fabrication. He was kind enough and he sent me over a set of traction bars for my 2022 F150 so that we can launch really hard and not break anything. So let's go ahead and open these up, and then we'll go ahead and do a full install and some testing with these, because I don't know about you, but I want to see what these are capable of. You guys know I put the front differential brace on the truck. So that paired with these, and in the future, suspension, and in the near future, tires. All that stuff combined is going to really drastically help the performance of the truck, and 0 to 60, quarter mile, all that. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so the kit comes with these bars here. I just put on these. These are the Heim joints. So to explain that a little bit further, it comes in a bag like this. That thing went for a ride. These ones, they're clear. Like the packaging was clear that they were in. They were in these little clear packages. Those are the right-hand threads. And then the blue ones, which are still in the package here, those are the left-hand threads. So you may not understand what I'm saying, but let me show you what I mean. On the traction bar, to adjust it, you loosen this bolt, right? So you can tighten it all the way up like, hold on.
2 hours later.
You can tighten it all the way up like that on both sides, right? So that the traction bar won't move. You can make it, tight. Then if let's say you're driving around a little bit and you don't want the truck to be super stiff, so you can loosen this up. You can basically, this is gonna be held steady, and you just take the traction bar itself and you just screw it like that, and it's going to make the whole bar and the whole system, this part and everything, it's going to make it looser so that the truck has a little bit of play, so that you can maybe drive around with and not have it be so stiff. Also, when you're at the drag strip, you're obviously going to tighten them up really tight. So that's the purpose of having a left hand or right hand, sorry, this is right hand, and then left hand thread, so that you can twist it one direction and it moves all the way down. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil, WD-40, on here, just to make sure that these stay nice and lubricated. Throw this nut on here. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and just twist that. You see I'm literally twisting it on left hand right now. You just don't want to cross thread. Don't get the wrong heim joints in the wrong spot. So I'm going to start with these because if I don't finish this project today, it's not going to be a bad thing if these are on there and the rest of the kit's not installed. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these. Alright guys, so you can see I have it off there now. That's this piece right here. And it kind of just, it goes up there like that. And what it's going to do is it's going to sit just like this inside this piece. Just like that. All right guys, there we have the bracket. Well, brackets, because I put them both on. So there they are. You guys didn't see me put the other one on, this one, but I did the time lapse of that one so you guys can see how to do them both. They're exactly the same. So then next part of the video, we will work on the leaf springs and the front brackets, and then we'll put the actual traction bars on. There's that gorgeous SPD Performance muffler. Guys, go check SPD Performance out. I'll put a link to their website in the description, but also put a link to Vast Fabrications website in the description as well. That's gonna be it for tonight, but you guys will see more of this in this video. So guys, the other day I was underneath the truck and I was looking up underneath kind of near the oil pan, and I noticed that there was a bolt missing for the starter. And I do remember taking the starter off when I did the turbos, but apparently I must not have tightened one and it fell out. So I have a new one right here. This one it's from Ford. Got a couple brand new ones. So I'm gonna slap that in there real quick because that is a big oopsie. As we're back on the traction bar project, there we go, so you can see this side is done. It's good to put these on there first. I still got to tighten this bolt right here, but it's good to put the whole assembly together while this is just kind of barely threaded on. Let it slide around and see where the traction bar ends up, where this thing is going to end up, basically where you're going to tighten it down, because you want this bushing to ride right there where it's at, kind of centered on that basically. So get everything all lined up perfectly, just be kind of OCD about it, and it'll look beautiful just like that. All right, so I'm just going to show you guys kind of what you have to do so that you understand. So there's this little bracket here, and there's a nub there that it kind of looks like, hopefully this thing's still not hot, it looks like this, and it holds, it's on the bottom of here, and it holds this little bracket on here I guess it's just, it kind of holds the leaf springs together. This second spring here, this lower one. And it's it's right here. So you have to grind one side of it off like that. Then you also have to grind off the bottom of it because it's like flared out like this. And it sits on the bottom there, so you have to grind the head off. Then you can knock this off, and then there's part of it still sticking down that you have to grind flush with the leaf spring. You want it to be nice and flush. And then there's a plastic thing here that you also want to grind flush as well. So when it's fully done, it looks just like that. Everything is flush. And then you have this plate that comes in the kit. Now this plate is going to sit up here. Oops. It's going to sit up here like this, and it's going to butt right into the bushing of the leaf spring there, so that the front of the traction bar, like this whole assembly right here that we're going to put on, can't slide forward because of this, because of that piece hitting the leaf spring bushing up there. So that plate goes on top, just like so. Then I'm going to take these U-bolts and drop them down through the top of there, just like that. I'm going to take this piece right here, should be in your kit. I'm going to take this nut off, and this little bushing. I'm going to set those aside. You're going to take this plate, and you guys can see it's angled one direction like that. Well, you want it to be facing like this. So you don't want it to be facing that way, you want it to be facing this way. All right, so you guys might be wondering, why would you need traction bars? Well, let me show you exactly why you would need traction bars. So you guys saw the install. That was pretty easy. Love these traction bars because they're so easy to install. But once you have power on the drive shaft, see the drive shaft right there. Once you have power on the drive shaft and it's starting to spin the rear differential, that rear differential, because of the torque, will want to lift up. And when it lifts up, that means the axle is then twisting this way. All right, so then it makes the leaf spring bend up. Now, what's bad about that is you can break your differential. You can break other things, stuff, you know, with the drive train. And you can get wheel hop, which is really bad because once you get wheel hop, you can really break things. So having a traction bar connected to down there that it then is bumping up against this, it keeps the leaf spring from being able to turn into an S shape instead of the just gentle sweeping motion that it has. So what that means is that under hard load, the drive shaft stays straight and the differential cannot move at all. So that's what's so cool about traction bars. And guys, these traction bars look so cool. Like when you're away from the truck and you look under there and you see that traction bar, you just know a truck is fast when it's got that. They just look so cool. I would say without a shadow of a doubt that the traction bars are one of my favorite mods that I've ever done on my trucks. So I don't know if that says much to you guys, but definitely go grab yourself a set of those traction bars if you're going to be doing launching, or even if you just want the look, because they look really cool. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you later.